Hello, welcome to the Forexserve weekly update on the currency, interest rates and commodities markets. Last week we had touched upon the theme of risk aversion, and we saw that in the first part of last week there was considerably less risk aversion, so the dollar weakened, and in the second half of the week we saw risk aversion again rising, and then we saw a scramble to buy the dollar. And that has been very much the theme for the last few months actually, and we're seeing a spillover into this week of that sentiment, which is basically risk aversion. We see basically that the markets are looking at the US being more proactive, taking fiscal and monetary measures to shore up the sagging economy, make amends for what has gone wrong over the last couple of years, whereas the European segment has been somewhat lethargic. Their preoccupation with inflation is well known, so therefore they have not really applied themselves fully, as people feel, to the task of rehabilitation. So therefore the euro is taking a bit of stick, and I think this might continue, whereas the dollar has strengthened across the board, and in fact we see that this week it could continue strongly against the euro, against the Swiss franc. But the yen is a different story, where we find that yen too is a currency with current account surpluses and huge reserves. So therefore it is a safe haven currency, and people in times of distress, stress if you like, make a scramble to buy the yen, and that is exactly what they are doing. Apart from that, I think gold has also possibly reached a peak from the technical perspective. We think that this is a B wave up move which we have seen close to $927. It should typically fail here for a move down to 820s. So we would like to sell here with a maybe $25 top, because the risk reward is quite high. Euros, we've been shorted, we've been sitting short from last week, close to 133, 33.10. Pound, of course, has been wonderful to trade on both sides really, in the sense that 142 to 145 is the sell area, and it should possibly go down to sub 30s in the next few weeks. I think the stop losses can be kept over 148.25. In the treasuries, we saw that the markets were skeptical about the new issues, and therefore there was a lot of selling off, which saw the interest rates going up, and the swap curve has since then steepened. I think this sentiment is going to continue for a while. Markets are going to be skittish on this score. On the other hand, the results have been mixed. American Express and a few others have been good, so that has helped the markets. But then there are a whole number of people who are coming out with their results in this week, and markets will watch it very carefully. Having said that, we've also seen the Asians and the Europeans being sold off quite heavily. And in India, of course, rupee has been doing a range between 48.80 and 49.25. We expect that to continue for a while. The RBI, as we have mentioned earlier, have been intervening close to 49.25, and I think they might continue doing the same. So therefore, till there is a change in policy, I think you will see supply at those higher levels, and the demand would be there up to 48.80. Below that, maybe we can see 48.40. We don't see much lower than that. The metals have also been on the sidelines. Nothing much has happened in the last few days. While there is some scope that zinc might go up, maybe copper also can turn its head up, but nothing substantial till there's a clear sign that the economies are really, getting back on steam. I think in all, it's going to be another week of tension, and we hope that you trade well, and we hope that you, are following a strict risks management policy at these times, and wishing you all the very best. Until next week, goodbye.